What's up, stars? It's your girl Ivory Star, and you are now tuned into the Black UFO Show. We're back for episode 2, okay? So we just gonna kick it right off because it's Saturday, it's a new moon. I got some things to reflect on. I got my little ritual I'm trying to do. I got an event to host tonight. And you know how it is. It's Trap Saturday. It's Trap Saturday, and I am right here inside the Black UFO, aka the Thirst Trap. So if you have not had a chance to check out the Show Shop 419 right at 1419 West Sylvania, then you're missing out, okay? So welcome. We here. We made it through 2021 eclipse season. Now, I did do a video for the start, which was May was the first eclipse in Gemini. Okay, and if in case you didn't know, Gemini and Sagittarius are sister signs. We all got a sister sign, which is exactly 6 months apart, okay? Right across from one another. So, let's talk about it. Let's talk. So the solar eclipse in new moon Sagittarius. The solar eclipse season started for 2021 in the sister sign of Gemini, but we are dealing with themes as far back as 2020 of May. So I had to stop and I had to look, and this is why you should be journaling, okay? Because then you don't have to think about it so hard. So like Ratchet Astrology, this is basically like my astrology journal come to life. So when I start thinking like, oh yes, eclipse season, I could go back 6 months, and you can go back 6 months too because I shared the video. So you could just go back 6 months, listen to the themes and listen to the things that I'm talking about and see what was going on in your life at that time. What changes have you made? What has changed for you? Has anything transformed into something better? Has any situation got worse since May? You know what I'm saying? I need you to think about this because it's very vital for you to get in line, and if you really want to get to what your soul's purpose is, what it is that you're doing here. If you really want to answer the age-old question of why am I here, then you need to be finding your soul's purpose. And we use these lunar cycles, we use the stars, we use nature because it's there for you. It's free. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to believe in everything about astrology. People have different ways. There's sidereal astrology, tropical astrology, there's Vedic astrology, which I think is kind of like the same thing as sidereal. I think that's how you say it, astrology. But if not, it's Vedic astrology, where you use the Earth's coordinates, because tropical astrology, what we're going by, we use the sun's. So you don't have to believe in all of that, but believe in astronomy. Astronomy is real. Astronomy is very real. But I can say this about astrology, something about those planets and something about what they're doing at a certain time really does affect, because not only have I seen it show up in myself, and now because I've been in tune with it, I can feel it before it even happens, and I'll go look like, dang, I knew it was about to be something like that. I knew it had to be something like that going on. But something about those planets now, just like how Earth has the power of gravity to keep us landed here and not floating around like everything else is to us in space, you don't think that other planets that are bigger than Earth, hotter than Earth, colder than Earth, have any type of effect on our behaviors, our nature, our weather patterns and stuff like that? Think about it. So, so this eclipse season, even though for 2021, we're thinking back as far as May 2020, okay? We're starting to see the results. We're starting to reflect on things that we were doing during that time, okay? So during that time, we started Winds Management. That was the first time, May was the first time that I stepped out and decided, like, you know what, let's try these jerk chicken tacos. If you ain't never had a Winds taco, you missed out, and you're probably gonna have to wait till the summer, because we are fine tuning what we want to do and how we want to do it and how we can make, you know, incorporate all the things that we want to do into our making sure that we're staying on track with our purpose and what we're supposed to be doing. So reflect on the changes that have been made during this time. But as far as 2021, it's been a season of change and adventure. Anybody have some adventure time stories on a little adventure? Okay, so the eclipse season ending marks a powerful new beginning and heading in a new direction. Sagittariuses they cannot sit still. They can't sit still. They're always on the move. And if you find one that's really focused, then they're really moving towards a positive direction. If you find one that's a little reckless, they could be moving very fast in a bad direction. But the thing is, whether they're evolved or unevolved, they are always moving in some type of direction. And this is the energy that we have for this season. This is time for a powerful new beginning. This is why the eclipse season ends. And, you know, all this transformative energy and all of these different lunar cycles and how things are affecting us and are affecting our lives. This is the beginning of that. So even though the eclipse season, this cycle is ending, it's going to leave you with a powerful new beginning. So even if you reflect back and you had some painful things that happened to you, you had some relationships break apart, maybe you discovered some things about yourself that you did not like and that you really wanted to change and that were kind of hurtful, or maybe you discovered something hurtful about someone else, someone might have been hiding from you. That was a big thing, Scorpio season, things becoming uncovered. So now here we are in Sagittarius season, feeling the effects of that and closing open doors that need to be closed, so ones that need to be open can be opened. Okay, because that's what Sagittarius is all about opening the next door, trying this out, going after this opportunity, see if this works, taking that risk. Okay, so you might have took some risks that didn't really work out in your favor, but don't look at it as a loss. You got to look at it as a lesson. So change your directions. Changing directions can be very discouraging, especially if you thought that you had it all mapped out, you had your plan together, you knew exactly how you wanted your life to look, you knew exactly what you were going to do, and then life hits you with a detour, and you have to change directions. It can be very discouraging, but it was necessary so you can find your soul's purpose. That's what the journey is all about, all these twists, these turns, these mountains, these valley lows, mountain highs, hills that have eyes, and all the other nonsense. All of this is because you needed to find your soul's purpose. So changing direction oftentimes is necessary. You are going to find that the road to success is not just streamlined. And even people that you think were born with money that were streamlined directly into success, guess what? They got to the top very fast. So there's a lot of things that they have to deal with that they didn't get the training for. Okay? They didn't know what was waiting on you. Don't know what's waiting on you at the top of the mountain. Yes, success. Yes, success is waiting on you at the top of the mountain, but there's always going to be something lingering, some type of, something tries to stop you, whether it comes from within or whether it's external. But you need to learn something about things that are external. Even the things that are external is because you are projecting something from within. Okay? So in order for you to find your soul's purpose, you might have had to hit a couple detours, change directions, and that is where we are right now. So what's happening and how do we respond? So you change directions. Here you are. And now you know what you want. And you know what you're going after. And this is your purpose. You have decided that this is it. This is it. This is what I'm doing. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to pursue until the day that I die. Okay? That's what you need to be thinking about. Is this something that you want to do to the day that you die? Is this, if you died doing what you're doing right now, would you be happy? Okay? So this is about seeing things from a different light, from the light within. Okay? Not the light that you want people to shine on you when you're being shiny. Not the light that you want to be seen in your relationships, like you want to be held up like a savior, no, not that light. See yourself in that light. Save yourself. Save yourself. Save yourself. Because if you don't deal with whatever this is that's pursuing you on this journey, because one thing you got to understand about a journey, a lot of things are going to pursue us, chase us. What do you have chasing you that's pushing you to the top? A lot of people only learn through trauma. So whatever it is that you running from, because the only thing I want chasing me is a bag. I don't want to chase the bag anymore. I want the bag to chase me. I want y'all to run after me and give me your money, okay? So I can save it. So I can save for my generational wealth and save for my future. And then I can turn around and bless somebody else's family because I'm going to take what I earn and I'm going to go spend it on you so you can build your generational wealth and you can build your family and we can have successful people in the world for these children that we raised. That's what I want. But it ain't just about, that's what I want for everybody. But what did I want for myself first? I wanted a cleaner environment. It can be very simple. It can be very simple. You may have people in your environment that's just dirtying up your air, okay? Dirtying up the place. Clean up the environment around you first. I needed to do that first. Clean up my thinking. Cleanse my soul. My spirit was all tainted, was all broken. I had to clean it up. So these eclipses should be shining the light on you, the inner light. This is the solar eclipse, where you want to go. So look, let's just break it down in the terms of what we're looking at. So we're looking at a new moon. So we know the new moon is what we use to manifest, okay? Use to manifest. We're just going to keep it simple. And we're looking at a solar eclipse. So if the sun comes to highlight and the solar eclipse comes to make changes and transformation, then the change is coming to yourself, okay? The change is yourself. And this is where you manifest that change by reflecting on things that have already happened during the eclipse, during this time. What needs to be thrown away? What is it about you that needs to change? Okay? So, our value systems, what we may have put time and energy into before, might have changed. Your priorities might have changed during this eclipse season. Maybe you were putting a lot of emphasis on, material things and not so much your family life. Or maybe you were putting, your interest into things that wasted your time, wasted your money. And you like, you know what? I just want to use my resources better. Okay, our value systems should have changed, and your value systems are changing anyway because we still have one more retrograde going on. Okay, it'll be ending in January, and that's going to be Uranus in Taurus. So we were going through material changes anyway, and how we viewed it. And this energy, this eclipse, is also supporting you to make that change, to make that transformation, to have a better life materially. But looking at what you put your value into, what are you putting your resources into to make sure that change occurs, okay? To fully embrace what's going on, we should take advantage of this energy. And I have some insights for you that you will be able to see the full manifestation of this thing by the summertime, okay? Because this is a cycle. It's a cycle of growth, and it's a pattern. If any of you have ever used the Pattern app, I used it a couple years ago, and I did like it, and it helped me understand a lot about full cycles, not just day-to-day, your horoscope, not just your chart or your sign, but how these planetary energies really affect us, okay? So, a sense of adventure. If you've been being a boring little poo butts and not wanting to go on any adventure, not want to take any trip, not want to try to research. So let me talk about what adventure actually means. I'm not saying like you have to go outside and do something crazy, go do something on a whim, plan a trip and go to a foreign country. Those are adventures as well. Just plan a trip to go to another state. Another adventure. You've never been there. It's an adventure. An adventure is something that you've never experienced and never done that puts you out of your comfort zone. Okay? So an adventure could be anything. Go research. Research is free. You can do that for free and it can be an adventure. Like, you know what? I always wanted to know about this, that, and the third. I wonder if this has anything to do with that. Go on an adventure. Tap into that Sagittarius energy. Go on an adventure. Research some things. Get philosophical. Okay? Diversify your circle. Sagittarius will talk to anyone. Okay? They will be friends with anybody. They will spark up a conversation with anybody. Diversify your circle. Tap into that Sagittarius energy. Diversify your circle. Put yourself out there. We have so many social media apps where you can find your tribe and put yourself out there, okay? Put yourself out there in the media. Use the media. Use it while you got it, okay? Because remember, we talk about a cyber pandemic. So this might be the time where you want to start establishing your internet habits before changes are made, okay? When someone tells you something, or someone is like trying to like, hey, you should do this, research it and decide if it's what you really want to do. But don't get behind something. It's always better to stay ahead and be prepared, okay? So even if you don't believe, like, they're not going to shut down the internet, they can't shut down all the power in the world, don't be naive thinking that they cannot. But even if you don't believe it, I still suggest when somebody says things like that, you research it yourself, okay? Research it yourself and decide what you want to do with it. But if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. That's all I know, okay? So put yourself out here. Put yourself out there. Entrepreneurship. Sagittarius have a strong sense of being self-made. Entrepreneurship, working for themselves, building things for themselves, okay? Matter of fact, today is Jay-Z's birthday. That's always just the first Sagittarius I think about. Just like Beyonce is the first Virgo that y'all think about, okay? So Jay-Z is always the first Sagittarius that I think about. So when you think about these things that I'm telling you, these themes that come with Sagittarius season and things that you could be in pursuit of to create this new beginning and head in the new direction that you are trying to head in, it's okay to try to look at someone who has put their life on display that might have qualities or might have things that you want. That's why they put it on display. You put it on display so other people can take from it and see it or utilize it. If you are, putting yourself on display for, sales purposes or generating income, monetary reasons, okay? So entrepreneurship, though. Entrepreneurship. Shake that root chakra. Anybody just have a desire, urge to just twerk all through Sagittarius season? Just every time you hear some music, you just be all in your seat, walking and just, shake it up, get loose, okay? Sagittarius season, party time, holiday season, you know what I'm saying? Loosen up. Be extra. Sagittarius ain't a little bit extra. Just a little bit. Especially if you're in the pursuit of anything that has to do with entertainment, media, or sales. Be extra, because guess what? If you ain't extra and you ain't saying, you feel me? You have to be invested and good at what you do. Okay? Being invested and being good at what you do. If you do not know if you're good at what you do, please don't be afraid to ask someone who is good at what you're doing if you're being good at what you're doing. Take it with a grain of salt, though. Okay? And, just be particular about who you ask for help, because some people be gatekeeping. Okay? Let's just be all the way honest. Some people be gatekeeping, and if you go to them like, hey, I want to do this, they might send you in the wrong direction. So use discernment and pray about it first. But if you need mentorship, need help in an area that you're trying to work in, find somebody. Find a life coach. Soul Shop 419 offers life coaching classes, help for you to find your purpose and, find what it is that you need to find too with your business and your personal life. Adding knowledge to your daily routine. Sagittarius always want to be right, don't they? They always want to be right. They don't always be right, but they want to be right all the time. Add knowledge to your daily routine, because if they are not right and you do happen to prove them wrong, they are going to go dig until they can find something that say that they even just a little bit right. So you got to add knowledge to your daily routine. They don't mind researching and getting into it, okay? Being invested and good at what you do. So let's talk about fashion. Fashion first. Let's talk about fashion first. So, first of all, on a serious note, I would like to say rest in peace to the creator of Off-White, Virgil Abloh. I believe that's how you say that. He died of cancer at the age of 41. He was also the artistic director for Louis Vuitton menswear, and he even collaborated with larger companies like Nike, Evian, and other famous brands, okay? So remember in the beginning, I mean, well, in the astrology part, maybe not all the way in the beginning, I was talking about how sometimes you change directions. So I thought that this was kind of cool that he did not formally study fashion. He had a master's in architecture, but his mom was a seamstress. So look, this is what I mean by like your sole purpose comes from within. I don't care what you do to obtain your coin or your credits or whatever it is that you do on externally on the outside, but that sole purpose comes straight from within. So his mom was the seamstress. So he started at the age of 22 on Kanye West's creative team in 2009. So if you are not familiar with Kanye West signing a shoe deal with Louis Vuitton in 2009, Virgil Abloh happened to be a part of that team of designers that, you know, he chose to help him, and look what it grew into, okay? So that's very awesome. So rest in peace to him, a very creative mind. All right. So it's getting cold outside. So in the last video, we talked about some fashion trends for the winter. So I just want to kind of hone in on one of those, and let's talk about coats. I hate wearing coats, but I love coats at the same time. I love me a good pea coat. Okay. So let's talk about coats though. Pea coats are on this list of the top trends for coats for the winter of 2021. So the first one we have the shearling or the fuzzy coat. Okay. Looks all snuggly. Of course, we have number 2, puffers. I've been seeing some really cute puffers. I like the long ones, and then I'm kind of digging these little crop top puffers, but obviously those would be for cute purposes, not staying warm. The patchwork, giving very earthy girl, giving very much in tune, giving much creative, giving much artistic. The patchwork is a popular style. It's number 3. Patent leather. Now we talked about the leather two pieces and leather suits and things like that on the last episode, but the patent leather trench is making a comeback. Okay. Number 5, we have faux fur. Faux fur. Fall. Is it fall or faux? Fall. Well, whatever. This is the coat. You've seen these before. I like these coats. These are the ones you can get like different colors. I like these coats. And number 6, for you cougars out there, the leopard prints. The leopard print coats. Okay. So that's all I have for fashion. Let's get into music. Let's talk about Bone Thugs and Harmony versus 3 6 Mafia. Did anybody watch that versus? I almost didn't make it. I don't know if it's the time change, the age, the combination of the two. Okay. But I almost fell asleep on these dudes, okay? And I just got a question for y'all. And don't fight me because I know how y'all like to fight girls. Are Ohio N-words a little different? I don't know if I really want to say the word. I'm going to say N-words. Do y'all think Ohio N-words is a little bit different? Because I hear that a lot. I've been a few places. I've been around people who out of town who come here and visit. And they all say the same thing, like Ohio N-words, just different. Swiss Beats had a few things to say about Bone Thugs and Harmony as well. He said something along the line, ain't performed at such and such time, but actually for this amount of money, and he really like it, okay? So are Ohio N-words just different? Oh, and they had to call somebody from jail to do a prayer before they went on and all this other stuff. Like, this was been holding us up all this time? Okay. That's some different news right there. But it gets back to my main question. Do y'all think Ohio N-words is just a little different? Okay. It's definitely some alien activity going on out here. Crop circles and whatnot. I don't know. And I really want to know, because I personally think that it ain't that they just different. I think this is just a different level of mental illness. So, I seen a funny video of this Christian comedian. I think his name is it Kev, on stage. And he was making fun of a woman for saying she sacrificed her body for research by playing Chloe Bailey's song, Have Mercy, over and over. Because she says that she heard a message when she reversed it that said, obey, I serve Satan. And on a different part, she heard something that says, I need your soul. So everyone in the comments only heard Electronic Cows when he played it in reverse as well. And he covered up what she said to see if we could decipher. And I couldn't decipher it either. But it brings me back to this time in 2000, whatever it was. And I was watching this video, and it was the first time I had came across one of them damn Illuminati videos. And boy, is that a rabbit hole I should have kept my happy ass out of. Okay? That was definitely a rabbit hole I should have kept my happy ass out of, because it was going to come up again. It comes up everywhere. Now, anytime that you on YouTube, how did it blow up like that? Like, people were already making them videos, but it was just, I don't know. Something about that Jay-Z on to the next one video made people lose their mind with the Illuminati videos. So what do you think about this idea of there being an Illuminati? You know what I'm saying? I honestly believe that there is a 1% that controls everything, a shadow government and all of that. But how much do you believe in these black actors, singers, rappers, willing participation in it? I honestly feel like that they wanted to be, or want to be, a part of the industry, and all this other crazy stuff is stuff that they get sucked into. I don't put nothing past anybody, but I want to know, what do y'all think about the Illuminati video? Do y'all think it gets out of hand sometimes? Because I do kind of feel like she was reaching. I didn't watch the video because guess what? I don't watch stuff that might be offensive to me or strange to me. I seen a little clip of it and I already decided that I didn't want to watch the video. The song is extremely catchy, but a lot of these songs is. It was a song on the radio on my way over here to do this video, and they said they was looking for the murderers, and you can easily get caught up in singing murderers. You in your car singing murderers. All these songs be catchy. I just don't participate in watching some of the videos because I know what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to shock you. It's supposed to catch your attention and make you be like, it's trying to invoke a feeling out of you. And, you know, as we move further along in this world, in these times that we are in, the more sexual, the more graphic, the more grotesque, the more like the video is, the more people are going to be attracted to it, and the industry capitalizes off of that. Does that have anything to do with an Illuminati? I don't know. I'm asking y'all. So y'all tell me, what's y'all thoughts about the Illuminati, and who do y'all think it consists of, and how willing do you think these black stars are, or do you believe that they're willing participating in these rituals and things that people are saying they're petitioning? I thought the video was funny. I didn't hear nothing but cows either. I didn't hear nothing but I didn't hear the other stuff. I know there have been times that people reverse stuff and I might have caught it. I might have heard it like, yeah, that sound like that. But then I had to think about what type of mind state I was in. I was being controlled by my own personal demons. Okay? So you might hear things, that's what I'm saying. It starts within first and it projects outward. So what are you putting in your ears? Why did the video probably have some type of shock value to, like, oh my God, this is so demonic. So guess what you hear? That's what you hear. So let's get into some UFO news. What in the Black Mirror is going on in the world? We not in Black Mirror? So the metaverse is basically a computer-generated universe where we will be able to play, socialize, and work together. So we're going to get in depth with that one, just not on this episode, but we're going to talk about that. First, before we get into it, I want to know what you think about the metaverse. Tell me. Find me on social media, drop it in the comments. I got a survey box that you can leave your answer in. I want to know what you feel about the metaverse, a computer generated where we will be using VR and we will be interacting with one another, including at work. So what do you think about that? Talk to me. Talk to me. And let's talk about the Pac-Man from hell. Why do I call it that? Because they in the lab at Harvard University. Got the robots making babies. This robot happens to look like Pac-Man. The thing that it swallowed happened to look like one of those little bees that you, when you're playing Pac-Man, that you gobble up. At this point, I don't know if they just playing with us or if they just playing. God, I don't know what they doing. They playing though. They definitely playing. They got the robots making babies. What does that mean? What does that mean? When you hear me tell you that over at Harvard University, an Ivy League college, in that lab, they are using all their brain power to have robots making babies, reproducing themselves. What's that say to you? So if you have not seen Black Mirror on Netflix, I suggest you go watch it because we are definitely living in an episode of Revenge of the Nerds. Fauci, Zuckerberg, the dudes at Harvard that's over there got robots making babies. All Revenge of the Nerds, okay? So y'all answer them questions, and then on the next episode, we're going to dig into this metaverse. So that concludes this episode of the Black UFO, okay? So if you would like to be a guest on the Black UFO, just drop it in the comments. Find me on social media. Instagram, 1BLKMDNA. Email, 1BLKMDNA@gmail.com. I have a link tree, Ivory Star 11, okay? So we'll be having our first guest for the full moon episode on the Black UFO show. And I am so excited about this guest. I'm not even going to tell you anything about it. Just wait for it and watch it next time, okay? And if you have anything that you would like to come do yourself, anything that you would like to show off, highlight, talk about, maybe you want to get help with something, pull up on me, okay? Come and see me for once. Come and see me for once. You don't ever come to me. You don't ever come to me.